I'm delighted to be joined by Yancy Medeiros ahead of his debut fight in Bellator against Emmanuel Sanchez on April 23 at Bellator 279. Hey Yancy, how are you feeling today?
Feeling great, man. Woke up on a beautiful island. You know, there's a lot of chaotic stuff going on in the world, so ain't no room for complaints for me. Drinking my beautiful cup of coffee. I mean, Hawaiian sun, air, and can't complain, bro. So I got a big smile on my face every day.
Yeah, it's great to have you here with us. So talk to me about your fight ahead with Emmanuel Sanchez. He's coming off 3 losses, and then you need a win in this fight as well. So how important do you feel like is momentum going into this fight?
I think it's every fight is important, bro. Whether you winning or you losing. But one thing I must admit is I hate losing more than I like winning. You know, and I definitely feel that me and Emmanuel is in that same boat where we're both very good fighters, bro. We just gotta prove that, you know, and like I ain't taking him lightly. This guy's fought for title contentions. I never take anyone lightly, but anybody I feel like that's gonna fight me, they're gonna step up and I'm gonna give them my best. And I'm very excited for it to be home. There is no pressure in me beating him. The pressure is in me doing my best, which I haven't been able to do these last fights, you know, regardless of whatever the reasonings I feel was injuries, but I need to do my best on Saturday. And I'm happy that I'm in the most comfortable place to do that. I haven't fought at home over 13 years, bro, to 2009, I believe. And to have that, to feel that again is like, it's like when I first started fighting Hawaii. As soon as the first fight, when I came out of Hawaii in 2000, I think 10 or 11, and the cameras came on me, I was like, wow, bro, I'm meant to be here. I'm meant to show up. I'm meant to represent Hawaii. And now I feel that feeling again because it's coming back. It's coming back all the way at home. And now I feel everyone at home. And usually about this time, I'm already like traveling, acclimating to wherever I gotta be. Because everything from Hawaii is far. It's 5 hours. So I'm always trying to acclimate to time. And now I'm like, I'm in camp. It's the home stretch. And I'm like, oh, bro, I'm still at home doing my thing. Like tomorrow I'm going to the beach, bro. Like, you know, like it feels natural. It feels organic. Even if with what's happened with us in the past, like I feel like him and I are on that same spiel. Like we need to prove ourselves and the world that we are top elite fighters, and that's what I'm gonna do next week, and that's what I'm expecting out of Emmanuel. And Emmanuel's style is like the perfect style for me because I like to fight. You know what I mean? And like, bro, we're gonna bump heads and we're gonna throw, bro. I know he ain't scared, and he definitely know I ain't gonna be scared. So I'm very excited to, most importantly, to give back to the fans and the supporters of Hawaii. And I'm very appreciative that Bellator is letting me do that. Ever since I was fighting in UFC or representing Hawaii in general, I've always wanted the venue or the promotions to come back in so I could give back to the people. They travel cross country, internationally. For me, like the least I could do was, you know, try and give back to them. And I'm on like only a 1 fight contract deal. So, you know, they giving me this opportunity to go and fight, represent my people. And hey, you know, all I'm worrying about is showing up and giving a show. Whatever happens from there, whether we renegotiate or not, like that'll happen when it happens, bro. April 23rd, me fighting my best fight and giving everybody a show and giving back is what I want. I bought a whole bunch of tickets just to give people, all the people that help support me. You know, like it's not, money helps pay the bills. Money keeps me responsible. Cardi, stop it. Money keeps me responsible, but it's the people that really help me perpetuate my love and my brand, my culture, you know? So I want to make sure that I give back to that, like, and fight my best fight. Not just for myself, but for them. They've been there since the get, bro. And like I'm excited. I'm excited that I can give them this. Or I can serve them something, bro. Because if in life, if service to others, if that isn't life, what else is there? So I'm glad like I can do something that I like to do and compete, and people appreciate that. Just like how someone can give you their time and you appreciate that. Like that's what I feel I can do in my field. So that's what I want to do.
Yeah, 100%. I can tell you're very excited to be in your hometown of Hawaii for this fight. So
Yes, very.
you're gonna have that home support. People are gonna be rooting for you. You've been a veteran in this game, and you absolutely bring on wars with amazing performances. You got the ESPN Fight of the Night 2017, I believe. So other than many amazing awards for performances, fights, I wanted to ask you, going into it, right? You mentioned how when you started out in the regional circuit, you would have the support and it reminds you of the same feeling.
Yeah.
Do you get nervous, or does it give you more excitement and confidence going into it, having all that support in front of your people?
Great that you said that, because to me, I feel like nervousness and excitement is the same. Like when you're nervous, the hairs, and you're excited, the hairs in the back of your neck stand up. You get those butterfly feelings. Like, and I think it's when you feel those feelings, if you did everything you have to do, that's it, your body telling you excited. If you get those feelings and you have doubt, that's your body telling you never do enough. You know what I mean? But it's, to me, it's, I feel that it's the same, it's that same feeling. You're looking at somebody, the sweats come in, the butterflies, like, if I'm doing everything I can, like right now, I'm doing everything I can to be the best. So when I get that feeling, my body's just telling me, you ready, bro? It's time to show up. You know, Hawaii is here for you. You here, you did the best thing. You did the best you can to be here. But I've also had those feelings where, oh, I never do enough. I should have did this. I should have did, bro. But it all related to the same thing in my mind and my emotions. So yes, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I want to do my best. That's what I'm nervous about. If we don't, I feel like fighters, we don't fear the other person. We fear not being able to do our best in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I think that's what it is. If there's fear, I don't necessarily fear my opponent. You know what I mean? I don't fear Emmanuel. I fear that I'm not going to be able to do my best, and proper practice. And you know what I mean? Perfect practice will make perfect performance. Even though perfect is not, you know what I mean? Perfect is not attainable, but you always try and attain it. So you can always be near perfection. And that's what I want to do. That's why I train with Max. That's why I train with Nate. The artist isn't always the same, bro, but the picture is beautiful at the end, right? And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to paint my canvas, man. I'm happy that I have all this excitement coming in with me, not nervousness. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. I'm so excited I can talk to you about it. You know what I mean? Next week, bro, I'm happy. I'm so happy, bro.
Yeah, I'm so glad to.
I tell everybody, the Hawaiian wave continues, man. I'm going to ride this thing so hard, all the way through.
Yeah, I'm so glad to see you fired up and pumped up for the fight ahead of it. How's the training been going? You mentioned you've been training, of course, with the Diaz brothers, with Nate Diaz, who also got you to switch onto a plant-based lifestyle. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yes, Nick and Nate definitely are the ones that gave me the red pill. And definitely opened and brought in my mind about, I mean, just being real. Not, when I first went there, I wanted to be a fighter like them. And then I realized, like, no, these are just real individuals that made martial arts their life. You know what I mean? If you really think about it, Nick and Nate are true martial artists. They're true soldiers. They're not punks, bro, man, but they're just not going to get punked. And one thing I really appreciate about them is that they always told me to be real, and like always be me. Don't be a fake, bro. And I'm just so glad that, that journey of wanting to be optimal plants is like my belief. You know how everyone has beliefs and whatever makes you a stronger person, like, bro, plants is inevitable. That's been there before us, that we meant to coexist with it. Any type of medicine you have mimics a plant. We just have smart scientists and people that break it down and make it a pill after, but everything you can do can come from a plant. And I'm just, yeah, bro, I'll go down another rabbit hole with you. We start talking about that, man. But yeah, I'm still plant-based to this day. It's definitely something that is part of my belief that's made me perpetuate who I am, especially my culture. Hawaiians never had not one disease, bro, back in the day, and they were mostly plant-based. We weren't commercial fishermen. We fished a little, but we weren't wrangling fish all day, every day. So like meat consumption was minimal, right? If you want, like for me, it's like I just try and be Hawaiian, be natural, be from the earth, connect with people in Hawaii. in Hawaii back in the day, how we used to tell people hi, or back like way back when, is we'd call it hawk, where you would literally like grab the guy's head and you bump it and you inhale. And everything's about touch and connection and communication, bro. Like you cannot like, you know what I mean? If I shake your hand, it can be you can kind of feel the vibe, but if I grab you and I hug you, you will feel my energy. I don't care. You know what I mean? That's Hawaiian. That's what I feel like. That's our culture, like our aloha, our mana, that energy inside. I think Japanese call it ki, Chinese call it chi, right? Hawaiians, we call it mana. And that's something like I love to perpetuate and I love to show. I'll show people that like in Cali where they're not used to that love, that type of openness, right? And they're like, oh, they hug, you just feel them stiffen up, right? And I'm like, yeah, break that guard down, bro. I'm here. You can be vulnerable with me. You can be my boy. Like, I'm here like family. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here because I want you to trust me. And those are the things I learned from Nate then, because we have different personalities. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna see Nate coming up laughing and hugging nobody, but he do that with me because he's real. Like, that's something that was earned, and he knows that that's who I am. Right? I'm not an asshole being all nice and then around the corner I stay being an asshole to somebody else. Like I'm not a two-faced like that. And that's one thing Nate and Nick showed me, bro. And when I started, before I even got into UFC, they were showing me that. Nate was like, hey, coming in, breaking through his fights, he's like, this is the dick suckers, this is the nice people, right? Like, know who's who. Yeah. Know who's who, know who's your brand, and be real. Don't be fake. Don't get lost in the sauce. Everybody can get, and then there's another thing those guys introduced me to in life, bro. There's Cardi, stop it. There's two types of people when they implement their brand, bro. There's people that have the sauce, and then there's people that have just juice. Juice is cool, it's flavorful, but it has no substance. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like when you hear Nate say something, you're like, damn. There's some sauce behind that. There's some substance. You know what I mean? Because if you're intellectual, then you know what he means. If you don't know fighting, you're not a fighter, you're not a martial artist, that's going to go right over your head. Right? And those are certain things. And then you see other fighters try too hard. You're like, yeah, I see what you're doing, but it doesn't feel authentic. To me, I'm like, that's just juice. Like you get the poo, but you're good, but you don't want the sauce, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Like some guys just have it, or some females.
Yeah,
just
like
somehow.
Like Tony Ferguson, hella good, but I don't like the things he says. Like I think maybe he tries a little bit too hard, or maybe I don't know him personally, but it's like it doesn't seem like natural as like when Nate talks or Conor McGregor talks. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some substance behind their stuff, and then some guys just want to try and talk and be somebody they're not. And I'm not trying to give like down Tony or anything. That's just something I'm trying to think of. Like when I see people talk, I think Tony's a great fighter and he's down to fight, but the way some people promote themselves is a little different. Especially boxing, you see that. Some guys can talk, and then some boxers they just talking because that's all they can do because they can't perform, right? And those are the things like I realized that I really like they made me be more human, bro. In this whole fight journey, be a better human. Know who, you know what I mean? Like it's like now I'm at that point emotionally and psychologically where it's like, you ever watch Ip Man?
Ip Man, yes.
Yes, bro. I'm the dude. Can be like somebody can come in my house and be like, hey, bro, how about we drink some tea? Let's see who's the baddest. You know what I mean? Oh, you beat me. Thank you, bro. I see you later. I'm going on my way. Like, I can do that. I can do that with somebody and would fight. But I totally understand that people can't do that. You ain't going to see Nate doing that. You know what I mean? Like, and people don't understand those things. Like, I'm like, bro, why do they act like this? Or why does the media portray this? I go, first off, if you had to fight somebody right now outside your house who's calling you out right now, how would you feel and how would you act? They're like, oh, I don't know. I go, exactly. You don't know how you would act, so you cannot judge. And if you don't get mad, yeah, I understand you would be mad because you're getting ready for a fight. Like, there's so much variables. There's so much things to think of about going in there. And so my favorite thing is, Show me how to do it when you get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trolls or whoever. Oh, you should have did this. Hey, bro, looking forward to your first UFC Bellator fight. Please show me how it's done so I can take notes. I don't get mad. Everybody get an opinion. Well, show me your opinion works. Then I'll take notes and take it into accountability.
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it, because the way you explained it with juice and having substance, some people like Conor McGregor, he seems authentic when he's selling the fight. And Colby Covington, we all know that it's a character. But then
perfect. There you go. Perfect. That's juice and sauce. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely see, hey, not taking anything away from Covington. That's his role. That's his brand he's playing. But that's not me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And those things, his brand or his image left it to what happened with real individuals. And look what happened at the bar. You know what I'm saying? All these types of things. It's like, bro, you're going to meet individuals that don't give a damn about your brand. And if you're not one good human being, shit's going to happen. Even good human beings, even real gangsters and real fighters. Look at Kane. Shit happened, bro. He break protocol. You know, whatever the category is, bro, you're not going, you know what I mean? Some shit just doesn't fly with people. And I respect that. That's why I'm a fighter, but I don't think no more or no less than anybody. That's my vocation. That's my job. That's what made me. That's what made me travel the world and be a better human being. But I'm not going to belittle someone for my brand. You know what I mean? If I gotta belittle, I'm gonna be for my performance, not for my voice. You know what I mean? In that sense, and I don't want. No, I don't know, bro. I try to walk up. Huh?
I love how well you articulate things. Like you're not gonna belittle someone for your brand. I feel like that should be taught to more people, not just fighters in general. Like,
I try to like, everything's about brand, bro. Your life is on business. I don't care what anybody says, right? Whether and what you want to make out of your business. Like me, I want to produce aloha and love, and you know what I mean. That doesn't come with a lot of finances. Whatever your business is your hustle. I know that connecting with people and being more human made them less consumers. We're consumers, bro. All of us, we're consumers. Give me, take. That's just the program. That's what the Matrix has done for us, right? To be consumers. So now I'm like, give, bro, give, because I was born with nothing. I'm gonna die with nothing. I've taken so much already. Like now I want to be able to take it and know how to roll it over and give it back. Whether it's martial arts, whether it's aloha and positivity, and fighting has been that vocation for me to do that. Ironically, I don't want to be spiritually uplifted, but I like beat people up too at the same time.
And balance right there.
Yeah, it's a cool balance. You know what I mean? So like, I don't mind it. And the message is always to just be a better human, bro, and implement your brand, right? Business. At the end of the day, are you making money? Are you breaking even, or are you losing money? And you can look at that in every aspect, in a relationship, in yourself, right? Like you and girlfriend, you go another half, and you guys both business partners, just looking at it in life. Every day you wake up, you guys both losing money or making money. If you're losing money, that's not a great relationship, right?
Right.
If you're making money where you're happy, everything, or even if you're breaking even, is that something you're content with? Because usually girls not good at breaking even. You know what I mean? They want more than just even. So there's a lot of things that I relate with life, but I also still take it as business. Like I can connect with people, and then once they give their business to me, that's their business. I can totally separate my emotions. Like if I was like, you were selling a shirt and he's like, oh yeah, it's my shirt, $100. And I'm good friends with you. I wouldn't expect you to give me a discount because it's your business. See that? But that's my thoughts. Most people would be like, oh, it's my friend, but he never give me a discount. I'm like, bro, because now you're looking at it like your friendship relates to his business. No, it doesn't. You guys got to keep that separate. Business is business. And that's one thing like I learned over the years with messing with people, because people burn you. But you know what? Business is business. You gotta know who you in the race with. Make sure you're not in a rat race, because you're still in a rat when you win. So there's a lot of things that I wanted to I had to associate myself with and apply my business aspect. And mine was usually with this personality, the business and them they don't want to burn my business. They want to help me. They want to help me perpetuate that. So I've been around people that enhance my business. It doesn't minimize me. on my brand.
Yeah, and of course, your relation with the Diaz brothers, they've helped you get to your optimal state, as you mentioned. And I'd
Yes,
also
yes,
like to
yes.
touch on another topic real quick. You said that this is your one fight contract, and then Nate Diaz is also on his last fight with the UFC reportedly. And then Gracie teased that Nick Diaz might be returning at the end of the year.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know? Have you heard anything about that? What can you share with us?
Fortunately, you know, when it comes to Nate, like, and Nick, like, I'm really close with them, but when it comes to the fight business and like when all those questions, I try not talk to him about it because that's my brother.
Of
You know what I
course.
mean? The last thing, hundreds and hundreds of people asking him, bro, when you fight, I'm like, bro, when am I gonna see you? Like, well, what's coming? Because you know, I love him like a brother. I don't love him as a fighter. I'm not a I'm a fan of his, but first and foremost, that's my brother, and I'm gonna check his well-being because I'm gonna soldier up and I'll be by his side the best way I can and however I can. And I know me just checking on his well-being is that's the relationship I've built with him. You know, and like that's you know, and everyone else knows they can make money and they deserve to make the money. You know what I mean? That they want. And they both know their brand. And that's one thing. Like I think, you know, Nate, I think after that tweet, you know, the whole Bellator thing and all that with me and stuff, he kind of he's just popping off to make trouble. But they settling. I think they made him an offer. From what I know, they gotta make him an offer he can't refuse, or he's just gonna fight out his last contract. How come he telling UFC, oh, I like fight Dustin like fight him, and they're not making it happen? It's a great fight, like good be views, right?
Yeah, Dustin
Right?
Poirier.
It's gotta be more. Like, you know what I mean? And like Nate wants to fight his contract out because he'll be a free agent.
Yeah.
Why didn't like him fight the contract out? I mean, you can connect the dots and put the, you know what I mean, cross the T's and dot the I's.
A possible trilogy with Conor McGregor.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. I don't even think he wanted that. He wanted to just get out because, bro, look at what all the other fighters are doing. Tyrone Woodley, all of that. They're being brand. They're marketing their business and opening their brand. It's not about boxing doing that. It's about just widening their brand, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody knows, regardless of what Tyrone Woodley won or lost, bro. How much YouTubers know that fool now? You know, his fan base is, you know what I mean? Like, bro, and then he can go on. Maybe he don't need fight. He can like go do something else. Regardless if it ain't entertaining to people or it is, he gonna have people watching him. Just like how they was watching Jake Paul and how they like see him lose or win. Bro, but it's all about that now. They know that. It's not about fighting. They know they're the best fighters. Now it's about now I'm gonna get paid my worth.
Yeah, and Dustin Poirier, I believe yesterday or the day before that, tweeted. He responded to a fan who asked him. Dustin Poirier said that he has no information. Like UFC has not provided him with any insight whatsoever into who will be his next opponent, and he believes that they are saving him, like shelving him right now, so that they can have him when Conor McGregor is fine to return. Like get the full fight going over there. So that could be another option. I wanted to ask you this though regarding Nick Diaz. He looked phenomenal in his last fight against Robbie Lawler as far as it went. However, some people speculated that his brand might be at risk if he competes like that. And the UFC president, Dana White, right? He mentioned that he felt like Nick Diaz didn't want to be in there and he didn't want to fight. Do you feel like Nick Diaz wants to fight, or is that something that he maybe...
Yeah, definitely. I definitely feel Nick wants to fight. He just has some things that he wants to settle for himself. You know what I mean? He's bought, you know what I mean? Like that's one of the things that it's like, but you could see him, you could see that he wanted to fight, but something's like holding him back a little kind of thing. Yeah. You know, like in that sense where it's like that was Nick, but that wasn't the full Nick. Yeah. You know, and like from what I know, I never dug into the fight camp or whatnot, but I just from being a viewer, I don't feel like he had his best camp. I never talked to him about it. You know, this is just coming from me and you looking from the outside in, right? I felt like I've seen better camps with Nick in the sense of his body and how he looks, right? So that could have played a big factor for him too. And that's one thing I never did do with Nick, but every time I see Nick, he's the general, bro. He's a big mentor of mine, but Nick was the type to teach you things without teaching you. You know, like he would say things and do things, and then like, you'd have to like put thought behind it and be like, am I gonna do that too? Yeah, I'm gonna do that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what the best are doing, and he just goes and does it. Like, he's more of a man of action than a man of words. And those are the things like I see that if you're a fan and you're intelligent, you will pick up on what he says, and you're gonna know how to translate what he says. Because a lot of amateurs or small-minded people can't see how far he thinks into what he thinks into. Bro, that man is a savant. That man is a savant. Everything he teaches me, bro, if we're in the gym, it's like a free mini seminar. It's kind of like when Nick is teaching something, it's like, you know what I mean? I'm just as intrigued as if Hoist Gracie or Hickson Gracie was teaching something. They're wise, bro. There's a difference. They're wise. There's a difference between knowledge and wisdom, right? Knowledge is I can read this and know what this does for me. That's knowledgeable, but I never took it. I never indulged in it. I just read it. Oh yeah, this will help your inflammation down, right? Yeah, I read the book and I can show you the move. Yep, I know how to do it. Wisdom is I did the move to many warriors, to many people, and this is what works. This is how it worked for me. You know what I mean? There's more substance, there's more juice, there's more sauce. There's wisdom. You know what I mean? Like, knowledge is great. Being knowledgeable is great, but you need experience to be wise. You know, and that's you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can go on YouTube and read whatever, all these fit things and do whatever to be knowledgeable in whatever category you want to do. But to be wise, you need to experience that. And that's definitely something Nick has showed me. He showed me his wisdom. He showed me how experience is, and he showed me how to be a better fighter, human being, and martial artist, bro. Most definitely.
Yeah, very high respect, and a lot of people would attest to that as well, I would say.
Yeah.
Now, before I let you go, Yancy, I want like to give you this chance to shout out any sponsors, teammates, or anyone else you'd like to.
Man, I haven't even been thinking about this. Thank you for your time, bro. We'll connect again, and you know what I mean. But I'll make time for you again, and we'll talk. Thank you for all the people, for all the lovers, and even the haters, bro. One thing I do like is before I'd be like, oh, I don't need no haters, but you know what? In this world, it's so chaotic, and there's so much fake people. At least I know if they dislike, if they hate me, at least I know their real intent, because I know people that like me and it's fake. Right. And I'd rather know real intention, because when you dislike me, don't worry, because when I meet you, I'll make you love me. Right. Yeah. And if you don't, hey, change the channel. I'll see you another day. You're not stopping this, Aloha. So that's definitely something I want to do. Yeah, everybody just be positive, be happy, be Hawaiian as best as you can.
Love your energy, Yancy. It's amazing. Been an absolute pleasure to connect with you. And final question, what's your prediction for the fight?
No predictions, no expectations, just intent. Kill or be killed, man. I'm always going to be in there to give everyone a show. My intentions is, if I ain't trying to punch your head off, I'm trying to rip it off. You know what I mean? With the biggest smile ever. Aloha changed up real fast, bro, but I'm going to go into this fight with Aloha. I'm coming out with this fight with Aloha, and Aloha is inevitable, bro. And so am I. And I'm going to get in there and just do it.
Love it. Been an absolute pleasure to do this interview with you, Yancy. Thank you so much for your time.
For sure, brother. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon, bro. Hit me up.
For sure, man. Thank you.
Aloha.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.